Hi, how's it going, guys? It's me, Kazuma, and I have an announcement, okay? The announcement is this video is sponsored. Sponsored by who? Sponsored by me! Sponsored by me, bitch! Okay, alright, now, I want you guys to go visit my freaking Discord server. It's gonna be in the description. I'm gonna go put the links in the description. I'm gonna go leave some details about my uh, motherfucking, you know, Discord server because I want you guys to check it out. Now, I want to talk about something that I'm not able to talk about, but it's 2024, so who cares? I wanted to talk about hentai. Now, I love hentai. Now, before you call me a freaking degenerate, actually, no, it doesn't matter. Like, anybody who likes freaking hentai is already seen as a degenerate. But, you know, let's just admit it. Like, there's nothing wrong with liking hentai at all. Like, that shit's freaking normal. But there's something I want to explain to you guys about how I view hentai personally. Because first, when I got into hentai, like, I didn't get into it right away. Like, the first time my friends got me into hentai and shit, I didn't like it because I was thinking, so that's it. Like, girl, boy, room, that's it. Like, nothing happens. Like, believe it or not, I'm one of the few people who actually read the hentai for the plot. I crave fucking plot because, dude, it has. Okay, I'm into nearly every kind of hentai there is, or doujins. Like, I freaking love doujins. So shit is freaking awesome. I have a collection of those in my freaking computer, and I'm gonna go show you guys the ones I usually download, so you guys, you guys can know my freaking taste. Uh, what are the types of hentai or doujin I read? Now, it has to be unique. It needs to have a good storyline, and it needs to have, contradiction. Like, it has to. It's something about the essence of the freaking character and shit. Because if it's just a normal, like, if I'm able to expect what's gonna happen, like, it's so boring. Like, who the hell wants to read something like that? Why would you read something if you already know how it's gonna end from the very beginning? Like, who the fuck cares? So, what kinds of hentai do I read? Like I said, I'm into anything. I'm into traps. I'm into yaoi. I'm into uh, horror shit. I'm into any kind of it, but I'm into yanderes or whatever. But it needs to be done right. What do you mean done right? Like, the characterization needs to be good. The drawings need to be good. Like, it needs to be well drawn. It needs to have contradiction. It needs to have a build up. I'm willing to read a 500-page freaking doujin as long as it has good freaking plot. Like, I really crave plot. Like, if it's many of my friends would recommend me some freaking hentai and shit, and I'm like, okay, I'll give it a try, man. I'll give it a try. I'll give it a good read. And when I read, I said, it freaking sucks. Like, believe it or not, I'm like a freaking Gordon Ramsay of freaking hentai. I'm like, nah, not good. No, it sucks. Like, I want to make sure that it needs to have that kind of taste of, like freaking, it needs to have that taste of, it needs to have good plot. Like, I love good stories because whenever I read good story, I'm a freaking writer. I love writing. I'm planning to write a book in the future, hentai or whatever. Who cares? Now, for me, it needs to have good characterization. It needs to have, you know, it needs to have a lot of build up. Like I said, build up is good. It needs to be unexpected. If there's something unexpected, like it's one of the biggest things that makes me freaking moan, or that kind of turns me on whenever I read a freaking doujin or hentai. Like, it's completely unexpected. Like, this character pops out of nowhere, but there's like foreshadowing from the beginning. I'm like, bam! That's how you do it. That's how you freaking do it, man. Like, I'm I'm really into collecting. I'll show you guys the kinds of doujins or hentai I read. And if you guys visit my server, oh yeah, this is only for adult stuff. If you kids are watching this, stay away from my freaking channel. I keep this channel for teens and adults only. Now, for me, the doujin or the doujin or the freaking hentai, it needs to have something unique to it. Like, you know, okay, I need to get some freaking water. You want to know why? Because I'm too freaking hot. Okay, the doujin needs to have something unique, like the characters. Like, I want the roles to be switched or switched back. Like, that's a good way to write the story, man. Um, like, believe it or not, the kind of expectations I have for doujins or hentai, like, it needs to be written in a meaningful way. It needs to have meaning. If it's just for petty sexual, I don't give a shit. Like I don't give a shit because, you know, I aim for like doujins that's like similar to a zabuza or haku relationship. I'm sorry, I'm one of those shippers. I don't give a shit. I I ship zabuza and haku. If the story is something like that and they have some sort of meaning and connections in the ending, like damn, like I would read the hell out of that. And I'm willing to read a lot of freaking doujins, even the horror ones, even the ones like I want to explore every kind of doujins there is, like I do with anime, because anime has a lot of freaking variety. Like, uh, my friend would tell me, try this one, try this one, try NTR, try Yaoi, and I'm like, bring him out, come on, come on. I'm willing to take all of those stuff, but it needs to have good plot. The cover needs to. Okay, I'm sorry, I judge a freaking doujin by its cover, but sometimes I don't. The cover needs to be good because why would you, you know, that's the face of the freaking doujin. Why would you make it shit? So from the very beginning, whenever I try to read a doujin, it needs to have the full package. Like I said, I'm into an artistic form of doujins, and I freaking love it. Like, don't get me wrong. You guys can call me a degenerate all you want because everybody who loves hentai is a freaking degenerate, but I don't care. But for me, like I have high standards for doujins and shit. That's just for me. Like that's my opinion. If you guys think my choice in doujins is trash, well that's on you. Like, that's not on me. I just try to enjoy all the kinds of shit I get my hands into. But I'm a person of aesthetic. Now, what is aesthetic? I like the characterization. I'm not into the freaking looks. I don't care even if the character is well drawn. I mean, I care, but that's just one freaking aspect. It's just one freaking aspect. Because usually I don't get just turned on by the freaking picture. No, it doesn't turn me on. It needs to have the characterization. Like the character needs to have a meaning behind it. Like example, you make the character into a policeman or a nurse. Like it needs to be, or a chef. Like it needs to be something, or a student, or we could even do a MILF. We could even put a MILF in there. Like, it needs to be done. Like, it all has to be in place. Like, it's freaking chess. And once it's able to mash up in the way I want it, like, boom. Like, oh, yeah. And I do this shit all night long, all night long when I have free time. Because usually I don't really have a strong drive in terms of these kinds of stuff. I don't really have a strong drive, believe it or not. I only do these kinds of stuff on my free time, but when it's my free time, I'm like, yeah. So, every time I try to get myself into freaking doujins, whatever the frick that is. Oh, before you even say it, I'm not a furry, okay? I tried, I don't like it. It's not my style. I'm not a furry. Okay, I ain't no freaking furry. But, like I said, I'm into, any kind of freaking hentai. Like I'm into freaking traps, NTR, yaoi, horror, manga, whatever. I'm into all those kinds of stuff, but characterization needs to work. Like yandere, tsundere, what I freaking hate tsunderes, by the way. I'm not my type. Screw that. I ain't touching any of that shit. Like I'm not into tsunderes. I'm sorry. Danderes are good. I like freaking shy girls in anime because they are so they're so versatile. You could put them in any situation in a freaking manga and they still turn out very good. And there's a reason behind that. People like people who are freaking humble. So you put that shit in any hentai manga or any doujin or any freaking anime, bam, instant instant gratification. But it needs to be, the characterization, the design, like everything needs to freaking work. So why am I making this fucking video? I'm making this video because I always wanted to talk about freaking hentai, yo. Like, I have a lot of freaking plans for this channel and shit. Like, whenever I make my videos, I want it to be a representation of everything that I'm interested in. Because I'm interested in a lot of freaking stuff. Every time I'm interested in something, I always add it to myself. Like, I like to try, a bit of acting, singing, dancing. I like writing. I like collecting. I like trading card games. I like chess. So I add all this stuff to myself. So the same thing goes for hentai. Like the boundaries are just go infinity and beyond. So I try to go there. Like you give me some hentai doujin. Yeah, if you guys want to suggest some kind of hentai doujin or whatever, or send it to my freaking server. Please join my server, guys. I'm gonna go advertise my server. My server is awesome. Why? Almost no rules, okay? I even have a station there in my server where you can type any form of nonsense. You could say any nonsense, complete random garbage, curse, whatever. I don't care, and you will not get scolded because that specific station, that certain log in my server, it's meant to release all of the nonsense, release all of the pent up emotions you want to put out into the open, even though it makes no sense. You can put it out there. But all of the other chat logs, all of them have serious topics. All of them have anime topics. All of them have, if you're feeling depressed, like you can just, there's serious talks there. So I try to separate all of the kinds of chats. There's one for serious talks, one for venting, one for gaming, one for anime, and one for random, out of context bullshit. So if you guys want to post some random bullshit there, go for it. I don't give a shit. Like, I also post some random bullshit there, but I just hope more people would actually join the server because, I put a lot of work into, putting everything in place in my server. Like, I put a lot of work into making the server. I even created the logo from scratch. It's not even a copy-pasted logo. I invented the logo. You can see, guys, server in my YouTube channel banner. Like, you guys can see it over there. So, like I said, anything other than that, like, I freaking love hentai, yo. I'm tired of pretending I don't like hentai. I love hentai, man. I love that shit. I watch that shit, yo. I watch that shit. But it needs to be done right. I do it for the plot. I crave plot, yo. I love plot. Like, the first thing moment when I see a freaking hentai or doujin, like, how many pages? Like, 300, I don't care. I'm gonna read that whole thing all night. It needs to be done. I want the build-up. I want the characterization. I want the everything, man. Everything. It needs to be done right. You guys know Metamorphosis? Guys know that freaking manga. Okay, I love that manga, but it made me depressed. But it's awesome because the story, the build-up, like, everything was really good. But I sort of wish that, Saki got the freaking good ending, the JoJo ending, because I think she deserved that. I think she freaking deserved that. And like I said, I keep my shit real. Like, I don't like lying and stuff. Like, what's the point of freaking lying to yourself? There's nothing wrong with liking hentai, liking anime, liking these kinds of stuff. Like, these are just hobbies. As long as you're, when you're serious, you can be serious. You're still pretty much a decent person. Like, liking hentai doesn't make you the freaking devil now, does it? Anyways, I just wanted to express myself, guys. So if you guys want to go hang out on my server, please check it out. I'm advertising my server. I put a lot of work into my server. I accept suggestion box. I want my server to be heaven for everyone. So if you guys are interested, please join my server. I'm gonna go leave details in the, in the description, and anything other than that, I'm gonna go make videos about the kinds of doujins and hentai I read. So anything other than that, I think that we made things clear. And I'm drinking water because I'm hot. Anyways, bye. See you guys in the next video.